So in my eyes, looking back, very much a building block into the languaging. The song, as far as Window Pane, for those not as old as I, Window Pane was the name of an LSD that was very popular, in the 60s or 70s. I'd never taken Window Pane. I'd heard about it. There was a Liquid Sunshine, or there are a bunch of different names, but so it's my wink to sort of like, yeah, again, this is very Pumpkins logic. We're going to name a song after LSD to make fun of people who are naming songs about LSD. I hope that makes sense in the meta sense. Also another song like Suffer that really benefits from Butch's production. The austerity of the production, the simplicity of the production, I think really helps the song, where I don't think this song would stand up to the review of the current recording process of the Smashing Pumpkins. I think what's really nice is it's a moment in time. Once we kind of blew past this moment, we never look back. I know Jimmy in particular really was always fond of playing this song, and I think it really shows the communication between Jimmy and I sort of developed, in practice and on stage. And so before I get to Daydream, the good part about this, if you look at the 9 songs, it at least shows and defines, and we were conscious of it, that this is the type of band that we were. We were riff heavy, we were cool, we were certainly capable of playing as heavy as any of our grunge contemporaries, but we had more of a psychedelic kind of sensual slant to it, which I think came to define us. And I'm really proud of the fact that we weren't afraid to be that band, and still aren't afraid to be that band. Where at that time, a lot of people were playing heavy to play heavy. Certainly Sub Pop was all the rage, and we were certainly aware of that. Okay, the last song on the record, at least officially, Daydream. Now, like I said, I kind of want to skip around the drama, but it's almost impossible to talk about the song with at least addressing a little bit of it. Daydream was a song that I'd written in my bedroom. I certainly was a fan of My Bloody Valentine. I loved the feel that Kevin got, this kind of spacey feel. And certainly this is some representation on some level of listening to My Bloody Valentine and sort of trying to capture that sort of psychedelia. Not so much that I wanted to try to rip off My Bloody Valentine, but that I liked that he had sort of found this modern way to do it, and so I was trying to figure out our version of what he was doing, not to steal him, but how he had decoded the psychedelia that he'd heard. It's a strange way to put it. Unfortunately, the song is probably too close to the bone, and I remember talking to Kevin once on a bus, and he told me he liked the song, and I said, yeah, you should, because you might as well have written it. Beautiful song. Just 2 minutes long. The first time we ever have any real strings, there was a couple that lived in Madison that Butch knew that came down and played this little coda that I wrote. And I remember when we were recording the strings, just falling in love with the sound of strings on record. And we only get that little bit at the very end, or where they come in and just play I think it's cello violin. And I remember thinking, if we could afford this all the time, which of course we did. And many millions later. That's a joke.